first time. So we stayed true to the game, an elimination game, and did everything we could to try to mix and match and change guys out. The left-right was being played there to get guys in the ball game on the mound. We stretched Carson Myers as long as we could till he had the 4-pitch walk to walk a guy after 60 pitches or so. But we'll do the best we can to get back to Auburn tonight, to figure out what the next steps are and get these guys prepared for a regional at Plainsman Park.
On the right side.
But what are your thoughts now on this team as you get ready for Monday, I guess Sunday night when you find out if you're regional host, but this kind of what this team has accomplished so far and what's ahead?
Yeah, I've been tickled to death with them. I just, like I said, I want to play as many games with this team as we can because they've earned it. They've earned my respect, our coaches' respect. Hopefully most of our fans' respect that we want to see them play ball and we want to see them play good. So I think that'd be 3 out of 4 years hosting. I don't know how many teams in America have done that. I'm proud of some of these guys that have been here for a couple of those. McMurray, Irish, to name a couple. So that's a huge step to be able to do that. We haven't done that in our program's history, but at the same time, you want to make hay when you get those opportunities. So I feel comfortable enough that these guys will absolutely put in a good week of work for us and be ready to go.
On the right front row.
Coach, on that note, I believe you guys came in with the #1 RPI today. Do you feel like you've done enough to earn maybe a top 8 national seed?
Yeah, I answered that a few days ago. I do. And what coach would not that represents a program? That's my job. This is where my passion is. And I think our program is 1, 2, and 3 and a few of these metrics that haven't missed that opportunity. So I sure hope so. I do know the last few years were the top of college baseball has absolutely been lifted for the first time. It seems like everything we've done in the past is to make the game down, but the top has been lifted for college baseball, and I think a ton of strength, a ton of resume resides in the teams playing in this tournament. So I do think the Auburn Tigers is one of those.
Staying on the right next door.
Could you speak to your pitchers today? A lot of punch-outs and giving your team a chance to win?
Yep, over and over. Myers was great. I do think I just felt like I wanted a lefty after the first couple innings that Myers got set, and that's why you saw Fisher after him. I think Graves was in the pen warming up. Unless we got even or ahead, we'd have put Hetzler in the ball game, being an elimination ball game. But we decided pretty quick to stay left-handed. I just watching the front door open, watching the reaction to the pitches, it seemed left-handed was our best course of action, and Myers did the lion's share of the work today. And Cam Tilley's stuff was good. It was 6/1, but again, those gaps there, and we probably moved on to Carson. It was only a 3-0 ball game, but they're too talented. They're too good. Any team in our league, if you are allowing Fires to start 3 of the first 4 innings, they got the leadoff man on. 3 of the times we converted, but that's the game of baseball. The one time that we didn't absolutely make it happen, they landed a punch on us. So we really wanted to get into the strike zone. We wanted left-handed, and Myers is by far, I think, our highest strike percentage lefty on our staff. So that's how we drew to get Myers in the ball game when we did.
Okay, we have time for 2 more. Back right, white shirt.
Pitching is something you're passionate about. I know you were in the other clubhouse today, but watching Lampkin take the hill, obviously he's on a roll right now. What is he doing so well to make his pitches so effective? Yeah.
There's great arms, there's great velocity, there's texturing when you get a second and third pitch going. And when, especially a lefty, man, when they get a recipe and stuff set, it becomes hard. I think we just kind of got to the vulnerable moment with him, getting him to the end of an outing. If he expended 120-plus pitches last week, we really didn't do nothing with him or break the door down. I just think what he did last week may have shortened the outing a little bit, and we got to the backside. What I think our team did a good job is still being able to hang around, still being able to one guy get on and the time run come to the plate type deal. So, absolutely tip my hat. But I thought we hung in there and still had a chance. I thought we had to make more of a move there late, and we were 1 pitch away probably, or let's say 1 more good at bat away, which we've been having a lot of that here lately. So I don't think we were missing like some barrage. I just think we were missing a couple of 1 or 2 real swings and moments. And there's an old adage in pitching too that we've always had, that solos don't beat you. We actually hit 2 home runs to their 1 home run, but when you put those freebies and stuff in front of them, or I think it was a base hit. It was kind of an inside slider that wasn't a great pitch. The video is good to be able to check right after, and then HBP, I think, and then the home run. And I think that was the third or fourth consecutive offering of the same pitch that wound up happening. But again, that'll happen. I thought Cam Tilley was competitive, and again, they got off the big swing, and we didn't get enough off where we were working in a pack. There was a lot of solo work today with Snow, and I guess Steele hit the other home run. And when we had a couple of guys on, I think I referenced the two outfielders making a catch, and then the slide rule I thought was a big one there as late as it was in the game.
Last one on the right, fourth row.
Hi, Coach.
Hey.
Just going back to your 2022 World Series run, you had a great season. What, coaching-wise, are you hoping translates from that experience into this team this year?
That's a really good question. I just what our program's been able to do. I'll throw 19 in there. I'll throw anything I'll throw the kitchen sink at it. To get these guys to know that our program can be successful. That we got recent players. Over the last 4 or 5 years that have that Omaha dirt in their cleat, and that it's possible. And I think the leadership of the team, the guys that have been around, absolutely know that. So I think there's a certain brand of confidence. I think every team that you look at that's been Omaha recently or punched the big ticket, I think there's a level of confidence with their program, their fan base, their university, that once you're able to do those things, it happens. I'll tell them 3 of the last 4 regionals we hadn't lost a game in. I'll try to take everything that's been negative and let them go research for themselves, which they won't. So I'll just tell them all the good stuff and the things that our program has done and try to build them up here over the next few days to get them ready. And then I'll ask our fans to absolutely be there for us in full force and help us push it across the finish line together. And so that's what we'll start doing each and every day between now and when we get to play again.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time today. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Okay, welcome back to the 2025 SEC Baseball Tournament Game 8 post-game press conference. We're joined by the Texas A&M Aggies, represented by head coach Michael Early, along with shortstop Caden Kent, pitcher Justin Lampkin. In a moment, we'll take questions to the players first, please, and then please wait for the microphone to ask your question and direct it to one of the players would be helpful. Let's start in the front row.
Justin, obviously 2 quality outings here. Can you tell me what you were feeling today and what you kind of been feeling the last couple of weeks here?
Yeah, obviously I felt good. Obviously I think, in Athens it was a good momentum builder for me. And just coming into this week, I think I really did a good job of preparing for this start, and I just felt really good out there.
Right behind him on the left.
Caden, hitting that 3-run home run in the third inning, how do you just felt like that gave you guys so much momentum to come with the left side of the win column and just continuing to swing a hot bat and just being there for one another?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can score RBIs for your team, it's a big deal. So anytime you have a chance to do that, obviously you want to get it done for the team, for the guys in the dugout who constantly are cheering me on, cheering the team on. When we have injuries like Sorrell or like Jace, and the chemistry and the joy and the positive energy in the dugout helps us overcome that, and I think that's a big contributor to our success.
More questions for the players? Stay on the left, fourth row.
Let's go to either player, but what's it say for this team that just continues to fight, knowing what's kind of on the line going forward?
I think, like I said, our positive energy that we have in the dugout. I mean, guys like Benderup, Matt Bergevin, Yamal George, they're all ready to play. They're all ready to go in, and they all are cheering everybody else on. The vibe's high. Like people say. And when we have fun playing the game with each other, then I think it brings out the best in people.
Yeah, I think we got a really good group around us. I think we're all playing for each other. I think it's a big thing, and like Caden said, the vibes are high, and everybody's just ready to go when their name's called.
In the center of the room in the back.
Mitch Davis and Mitch Davis show, guys. What makes this place more special? I mean, magical things happen in Hoover. What makes the Hoover Met so special to y'all?
Yeah, for me, I think it's just, you're facing good teams constantly every single day. I mean, it's the SEC, it's the best conference, and especially when you have like a place like the Hoover Met, and you get, fans from all different schools. It's just great to compete in.
On the left, second row.
Lampkin, what was working for you today with your mechanics, and how do you just feel about like Harrison being a true workhorse behind the dish?
Yeah, I think for me today it was just kind of taking it one pitch at a time, just kind of mixing in and keeping the hitters off balance. I credit JK to his pitch calling. I think he did a great job, and that was key to my success. And then to throw to a guy like Bear, it's just great. A big target back there, and just gives me a lot of affirmation when I'm throwing, which helps.
Any more for the players? If not, Caden, Justin, congratulations. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you.
Can I take this towel?
Yes, sir. All right, if there are questions for Coach, please raise your hand. Start in the back on the left.
Coach, Mitch Davis. So kind of similar question to them. What makes, your guys are on a run now, so what makes this run so special and this team special to overcome so much adversity y'all have this season?
Yeah, I think I've said it a ton, but everyone cares. There's a ton of care in our locker room, and that's never been our problem throughout the years, and I've been playing clean baseball. So got a bunch of guys that love each other. We love them, and just going to keep playing, man. Played 9 innings, and, at the end of the game, we'll see what happens. And today we got the hit, and they didn't. And they're a really good baseball team, but Kent delivered, and our pitching really stepped up and took care of us, and it was just a really good team baseball win.
In the center of the room, third row.
Going in tomorrow against LSU, you won your series against them this season, and you really, have the familiarity against them. What kind of confidence does that give your team and you going into tomorrow evening?
Yeah, they're a really good baseball team, and every game is different. So I'm just confident in our players and their fight and their readiness in every single game. And LSU is unbelievably coached baseball team with a lot of really good players. So it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a tough matchup, and we're going to have to come out and play clean innings for 9, and then look up and see what happens.
On the first row, on the left.
Coach, any update on Jace Laviolette, what he's dealing with, and what his prognosis is moving forward?
Yeah, he got an X-ray. He broke his hand, so he'll be out. We're going to kind of see what we're going to do with it. I don't know if there's a situation where if we get him operated on now or what we're going to do, but you might see him in a capacity where he's able to pinch run as long as we're able to pad it up and he's safe and can't injure it. That I don't know at this moment, but he's not going to be in the starting lineup for this tournament. But we think if we can get this done, and we might be able to get him back for the postseason.
On the right.
Kevin Skarbinski with the SEC blog. Michael, this new format is going to lend itself to teams that are coming in a little bit rusty maybe, or they've had more time off. You're in the flow of the tournament. Is there an advantage there when you meet a team that's playing its first game when you've already been here?
Maybe you got a little familiarity with the field, but other than that, I don't think so. LSU I think is going to be a really good baseball team no matter when you play them. So I like the fact that we've been on the field. We didn't get a practice out here because of the rain early on. So I do like that aspect of it. But when you're playing a team like that and the teams that are left in this tournament, it's just going to be about, us versus them and no other element.
Any more for Coach?
Coach, what are your thoughts on the infraction rule that happened in the 8th inning? I understand that's an NCAA listing rule. What do you think about how somebody can't take somebody out at second, whether it's shortstop covering or second base. What was your opinion on that?
I mean, it was clear as day, like letter of the law. That was the rule, and they made the correct call. I mean, I love good hard baseball, within the rules, and the umpires 100% made the correct call.
On the front row, on the left.
Coach, obviously you've had your 2 weekend guys going, moving forward. You see that happening again with Miles tomorrow, or is that still being thought of right now?
Yeah, I'd say we're most likely to be Miles tomorrow for sure.
Any more for Coach? If not, Coach, thanks for your time today. We'll see
All
you
right,
tomorrow.
thanks, guys. You can keep the towel.